Hi everyone, thank you for joining me today. My name is Lydia and I discuss Christianity and narcissism. Today I want to chat a little bit about life in the aftermath of abuse. As I grow more comfortable with sharing my story with people, I am sometimes reminded that my story is not for everyone. My story won't be helpful, beneficial, and it will probably be misunderstood by many people. So as we learn and we grow and we develop better boundaries, we become more comfortable with being misunderstood by some people. The codependent part of me would want to offer a better explanation, cover all the bases. But the part of me that is healing and the part of me that is just tired, both say to not worry about it and let it go and focus on my purpose, which is to help the maybe few people who do need to hear this. I used to think that get over it was sound advice. It's something that I probably heard a lot growing up, and it seemed to kind of be the message that I received, that for hard things in life, you get over it, take a verse or two and kind of like a quick pat answer, and then you move on, and you really shouldn't be affected long term by anything hard. And to my shame, I bought into that for a while. The truth of the matter is that a lot of times really hard trauma can hit or like surface more later. And especially as people find distance from really difficult situations, they start to question things and then can end up having a very hard time. So if you're young and you haven't experienced it yet, I understand, but sometimes things do happen way later, and these burdens are heavy, and we realize that all the little answers that we were given for things seem to kind of fall flat and don't really offer as much help as we had thought. My sister controlled me in many ways. It started in early childhood, so I can share a memory here and a memory there. It's not random one-offs, little things to overlook. It was just a manifestation of something within her, and the control ran very deep. It wasn't like I had a hard thing and then the relationship was good. It was that I was always under this death grip. As an adult, I definitely experienced car hostage situations. I experienced her telling me to stay in my room if she had company coming over, because she didn't want the company to actually say hi to me for a minute and take the attention off of her. A lot of things I knew weren't normal, but one of those, it was my normal, and I had to just kind of deal. I was basically sworn to secrecy for her treatment of me. She definitely used scripture. She would also ask me over and over, have you spoken to anyone about me recently? Is there anything that you've said? And I knew that this was going to come up. So, and I dreaded having to confess anything to her. I'm never looking for more trouble than I already have all the time. So I really tried hard to not say anything, or if I did, I would make it sound kind of funny, like, well, she's a little intense, you have to know her, haha. So it was always kind of, I always just made it sound kind of funny, like there was this really funny thing we had going. It was, maybe we joked around a lot. So this is how I portrayed the relationship to people. There have been times when I've wondered if I would have been better off if I had been raised like with basically the same situation but in a non-Christian home, because of all the confusion that the scriptures added, and just that extra element of thinking that I was doing something wrong if I cut contact. And I wanted to say that I don't believe I would have been better. I believe being introduced to Jesus actually helped me. I was definitely still under a lot of confusion, but it was but I definitely was holding on to him, and I do believe that he has softened the blow, and that I would probably have a lot more mental problems than I do if I didn't have him. Once you get away from a situation like this, the damage doesn't just disappear. It's not like, okay, I cut the strings and now I'm free to live my life. I have reminders of the trauma all the time. I believe that I have a lot of difficulty, just thinking through simple things, handling stress, memory, relationships, as I've mentioned. So it's not, there's not an easy fix. This is something profound and something that's heavy. I wanted to say that I do find some comfort in 2 Corinthians 12 when Paul talks about the thorn in his flesh. Some people believe it may have been an ailment with an eye. We're not sure. But he does refer to it as a messenger of Satan. It did not come from God. It wasn't part of his original plan. But God said that he was going to leave that, and he was going to repurpose it, and he had big plans for Paul. So a lot of our trauma effects, they feel like that. It's this heavy thing, and we say, God, just take it away. Just take this away and make me more effective for you. I think I could have done so much more for God if I didn't have this. Or maybe I think I could be more impressive in this area or another area. But I am reminded that our goal is not to be impressive. Being impressive is a very fleeting thing. And what we want is to be able to have a relationship with God who loves us. He loves you very, very much. And he is looking at big picture things. And he's also very focused on the individual. And these bad things that have happened have not thwarted him in any way. They haven't thwarted his big plans. He's moving things toward their expected end. And he still wants very, very good things for you. These are things that I just have to hold on to. It doesn't completely take the pain away, but I wanted to just encourage you with that. If that's something that you're struggling with, that God has a plan for you, and you are capable to do whatever it is he wants you to do, just the way you are. I don't really have a lot else to offer right now. I will probably try to come up with something a little more organized next time. Maybe, no promises. But I just wanted to share these quick thoughts with you, and hopefully that's helpful for someone. So thank you so much for tuning in, and I will see you again soon.